Welcome to Learn Short and Typing with Vikas sir. Trial passage for Punjab and Haryana High Court at the rate 80 word per minute. Be ready, start. In fulfillment of an anti-nepotical promise made on the occasion of the settlement of the terms of marriage of her daughter, a Hindu widow governed by the Banaras schools of Hindu law, executed a registered deed of gift in respect of 4 houses allotted to her share by a partition decree in favor of her daughter as her marriage dowry about 2 years after the marriage. The partition decree gave her a right to the income but no right to part with the corners of the property to the prejudice of the reversioners. Her stepsons brought a suit for a declaration that the deed of gift was void and inoperative beyond made about 2 years after the marriage or the Gona ceremony. The provisions of the Transfer of Property Act relating to gifts stood in the way of considering the same as having been made on the occasion of the marriage but implemented later been made, and affirmed the decision of the trial court. Although the gifted houses were found to constitute a reasonable portion of her husband's estate, the contentions in appeal on behalf of the widow and the daughter were that the widow had the power in Hindu law as it stood before the enactment of the Hindu Succession Act 1956 to execute the deed of gift in question, and that 14 Act 1956 to execute the deed of gift in question of the said act bad the effect of making them full owner of the property in suit. Lapse of time as occurred in the execution and registration of the deed of gift was immaterial if the deed of gift was in fulfillment of the moral obligation flowing from the anti-nuptial agreement. Secondly, it was suggested that Sumitra Devi got an absolute right in the properties given to her as her share on partition. Thirdly, a reference was made to Section 14 of the Hindu Succession Act 1956, and it has been argued that in view of the said provisions, the plaintiffs respondents were not entitled to the relief which they claimed. It may be stated here that arguments in the case had concluded before the court closed for the annual vacation in 1956, and during the vacation the Hindu Succession Act 1956 came into force on June 17, 1956. On an application filed by the applicants, fresh arguments were heard with regard to the provisions of Section 14 of the Hindu Succession Act 1956. Some principle can be applied when the fact of marriage is admitted and the applicant proves by his evidence that the non-applicant has withdrawn from the applicant and period of 2 years has passed from the presentation of the divorce petition. This burden upon the applicant is negative burden and therefore principle of law applicable for proving a negative issue can be applied, which shall be in consonance with the explanation under section 9 of the Hindu Marriage Act 1955. In view of the above reasons, once the marriage is admitted and separation is also admitted, the applicant seeking divorce on the ground of discretion can reasonably shift the onus upon the non-applicant by his statement only provided those statements are reasonably believable. The heavy burden lies support upon the person who withdraws from the society either to prove that there was reasonable excuse for him or her for withdrawn of the sphere society of the applicant. The facts of this case reveal that there is allegations the applicant that after the marriage of the applicant appealed and that the applicant responded on 29/11/1993. The respondent left him on 19/12/1995 and there is no reasonable cause for living separate. He made several efforts to bring back the non-applicant by moving petition under section of the Hindu Marriage Act 1955. The non-applicants and her father statements were recorded in the proceedings under section 9 of the Hindu Marriage Act 1955 and the non-applicant shown her unwillingness to live with the husband or any condition. Relevant portion of the statement of the non-applicant recorded under section of the Hindu Marriage Act 1955 with the worthwhile to court. Stop. In view of the above statement of the non-applicant and her father, it is clear that the non-applicant has unequivocally shown her unwillingness to live with the husband and that too on any condition. The non-applicant since admitted that since December 1995 she is living with her parents, and in view of the statement of the applicant and his father, and it is clear that according to them the non-applicant is living with her parents without any reasonable excuse for living separate from the applicant. Now the onus is upon, rather say burden is upon the non-applicant is to prove reasonable cause and excuse for her withdrawn from matrimonial home and particularly for her withdrawal from applicant husband. Full stops. स्टूडेंट ये आपके 800 वर्ड्स है, इसको आप टाइप कीजिए, टाइप करने के बाद मैच कीजिए और ये आपका पीडीएफ आपको टेलीग्राम चैनल पे मिल जाएगा। टेलीग्राम का चैनल आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में मिल जाएगा, वहाँ पे क्लिक करोगे देन वहाँ पे आप टेलीग्राम चैनल को ज्वाइन कर सकते हो, उसके बाद आपको पीडीएफ मिल जाएगी। थैंक यू वेरी मच, हैव ए गुड डे।